So I'm here with John Garrett, who's the umpire of the women's race for the 2022 Gemini Boat Race. John, the umpire's role in the boat race is perhaps more hands-on than in any other rowing contest. Why is that?
I think you're right. I think that the race often does put quite heavy demands on the umpire. And I think that's probably the nature of the course as much as anything. The fact that the two stations, Middlesex and Surrey, they're not buoyed, and so both coxes, both crews, are essentially looking for the fastest stream or the fastest tide. And so it's for me as the umpire, or for us as the umpires, to make sure that they don't collide with each other. So that means, over a long race, 4.25 miles, that there's plenty of occasions where they actually come very close together. So the umpire has to be really on his or her mettle to give the warnings to make sure that they don't have any contact.
How does one become the umpire of the Oxford-Cambridge boat race?
So all the umpires are on a panel, so it's a mix of former students from Oxford and Cambridge, and each year it's up to the two clubs to choose who from that umpires panel is going to umpire the race. And all of us really get the opportunity to practice when the crews are racing against other clubs like Leander or sort of overseas crews. And so there's opportunities for us to sort of practice the skills that you need as an umpire, and so that we're ready for the big day.
I know you were famously part of the 2012 race, which was known for having the swimmer, and you had to stop the race, and that was. I remember being struck that was pretty quick thinking on your part, I think. And I mean, tell me the sort of thought process in that moment. And did you have to make a quick decision?
It was, yeah. I mean, it was very difficult race, and it was a very close race. So the two crews, Oxford and Cambridge, they really were neck and neck as they been racing for maybe 7 or 8 minutes, and it was Matthew Pinsent, who was the assistant umpire on that day, who saw the swimmer and sort of let me know that there was a swimmer there, and we just weren't sure whether the swimmer was trying to get out of the way or actually get in the way. And so the race continued until such a point where it was very clear that he was deliberately trying to get in the way of the race. And then I just had to stop the race. And it certainly went against all instinct, having had a fantastic race unfolding, very closely contested, to actually just have to call the two crews to stop and all the uncertainty that brought. So yeah, very difficult decision. But ultimately, it was the only decision we could make.
There's obviously a huge amount of responsibility on your shoulders, and there's also an incredible atmosphere on race day. I mean, do you feel that adrenaline on the start line?
I do, and I think all that adrenaline, and as you say, the tension that builds, the excitement that builds, within the crews, where they're highly competitive, obviously, and this is their moment. They've been training for 6 months. And then you've got all the crowds that are coming as well, who are there to enjoy the spectacle. And as you say, the excitement really sort of grows during the day as you get closer to the start of the race. And it's really a very special moment, a magical moment when you get to start the race, when there's this enormous cheer that as the crews set off. And but yeah, as umpire, I think we have a bit more experience, obviously, having been there for a few races. And so part of it is also to sort of try and make sure that the excitement and the tension doesn't spill over, so that the crews essentially are able to concentrate on what they need to do, and that they get good start and they get off and have a good race.
Well, thank you, John, and best of luck on the day.
Okay, thanks very much, Ben.